Ever wonder how a simple journal business can scale into a thriving self-publishing business? In this video, I'm sharing a brand built on journals that generates serious revenue. You'll see how many books they've published, how they built trust, how they market away from Amazon, and most importantly, how they innovated by flipping their journal strategy to help them stand out from the crowd. By the end, you'll know exactly how to replicate their business model, including that genius twist that gave them a unique advantage in this niche. So get ready. This is proof that journals aren't just side projects. Hi, welcome to Self-Publishing Central. If you are new here, my name is Caroline, and every single week I share real strategies, case studies, and behind-the-scenes tips to help you build a thriving self-publishing business. So let's just get straight into it, and let's start with the brand itself. The brand is Questions About Me. Their mission, as stated on their website, is that they create guided prompt journals full of thought-provoking prompts. Ask the right questions and you'll really get to know a loved one, even yourself. So these are their books on Amazon. They have created a brand all around guided prompt journals, which target people who want to create conversations with their loved ones, build deeper relationships with them by helping them get to know each other. Then they have broken it down into several different series within the brand. So they operate several core series. The first one is Tell Me Your Life Story series of books. This one has 8 books in the series. These are memory and life story guided journals. The Tell Me Your Life Story series is positioned as guides to capture memories and life stories with prompts, becoming keepsakes for children and families. Then we have the What I Love About You series of books. This series has 11 books, which are fill in the blank gift journals. Their What I Love About You series is positioned as a fill in the blank gift, making it easy for the giver to express their love, even if they're not comfortable writing from scratch. Now, they also have Spanish versions of their main series, plus they've got a printables, digital guided journals, printable libraries aspect on their website. And they also emphasize that they are woman-owned and designed and printed in the USA as trust and branding elements. So that gives you the first big lesson. Branding and trust matter. They don't just sell journals, they're selling emotional connection, premium products, legacy keepsakes. On their website, they say, start a conversation, create a keepsake. And the power of creating a book that is giftable is huge. So let's look more specifically at their individual books. How many books have they actually published? What does their catalog look like? From their Amazon author page here, you can see multiple product lines across their series, which I just mentioned earlier. They have dozens of listings across Tell Me Your Life Story, Questions About Me, What I Love About You, and they currently have 49 paperback books published. You may have seen this series of books, which is very, very popular, and this is the Tell Me Your Life Story books. These are some of the best-selling books on Amazon. They have multiple variants covering different family roles, different target audience, so mum, dad, grandma, grandpa, and so on. And this is such a smart book expansion strategy. The most popular book from this series is the Tell Me Your Life Story Dad book. It has a bestseller rank at the moment of 2,583. And let's have a quick look inside these books, and you can see they're actually very simple. There's not a whole lot of design that goes into these types of books. They're simply just pages with a question and then a space for the person to fill out or answer the question. And so just really, really simple books to create. Now, with this bestseller rank, this book is selling somewhere around 1,000 copies per month, and publishing this book through Amazon KDP means that it would make approximately $5,000 in royalties per month. Now, the other series they have, which is the What I Love About You series, this is currently their best-selling book out of all of their books. It's currently got a bestseller rank of 398, which means it is selling a lot of books right now. It's selling around 3,800 to 4,000 copies per month. And this is only 2 of their 49 paperback books that we've looked at so far. So let's work out what they might be making from their top 10 books. I went through their top 10 books, entered each bestseller rank into a book sales calculator, because if you are new to publishing, every book is given a bestseller rank, and it basically just determines a book's popularity within the Amazon store. So the lower the bestseller rank, the more popular it is with customers and the more people who are buying it. So for their best-selling book with the bestseller rank of 398, that means it is in the top 500, the top 400 across all books on Amazon, which means it is doing extremely well. After popping in the bestseller rank for their top 10 books, the calculator estimated how many books are selling each month for each book and what the estimated royalties would be. I then went and added all those up, and it means that from their top 10 best-selling books, we can estimate that the books sell around 8,500 copies each month, and what that would mean in terms of royalties through Amazon KDP is somewhere around $20,000 per month. And this is just from their books that they sell on Amazon. They have several income streams coming from these books, which I am going to go over in just a moment. But that also means that we have no idea how much additional income they're making and how much more money they're going to be making on top of these estimates. So additionally, they do offer digital copies of their guided prompt journals. They have printable templates and printables on their own website to complement their books. So this just helps them reach people who prefer digital or who want to add pages without repurchasing full books. And it adds an additional stream of income for no extra work. All that they have done is taken the files that they created for their physical books and they've popped it on their website as a PDF, and they're selling that PDF version of the book. There's no printing of any product, there is no packaging, there is no shipping the product to customers, and so that means the profit margin is so much higher on the digital product. If you are interested in perhaps looking into creating a digital book business like this as a standalone business or in addition to the physical books that you publish on Amazon KDP, make sure to subscribe because I have a few videos coming out in the next few months about creating something just like this. But basically, this brand, their catalog, has not only core guided prompt journals, but spin-offs, gift versions, printables, language versions, and more. From that, we can see that their approach is going wide and deep within a specific niche. You build a core concept and then branch out in related versions, which helps you cover more keywords, audiences, and occasions. Well, what about marketing and promotion? How did they get to where they are now? How did they build up and scale to such a big, successful brand? One thing I love about this brand is that they don't rely solely on Amazon. They have a direct presence and diversified marketing. On their website, they present their full series of books. Not only do they sell these books directly on their website, but also through Amazon. As we've already talked about, they offer digital guided journals and printables. These printables and digital versions are a very clever product extension. Their branding is premium, high quality, woman-owned, designed and printed in the USA. These just help justify higher prices, build trust, and differentiate from those cheaper prompt journals. They are featured in the press. So for example, here they have been featured in some major media outlets like the New York Post, like Forbes, like the New York Times, which only builds more credibility and trust with customers. Now, they literally have no social media presence. They do have accounts across a few different platforms, but they do not post or interact there at all. They do run Amazon ads. You can see here that they have the whole top section of the search results by running these sponsored video ads. It literally takes up half of the page and it's just featuring this brand's books. Now, I suspect they use email marketing tied to their website. I'm assuming that they would have a pretty substantial email list to drive traffic outside of Amazon. Now, here is where one of the most clever moves that they made, flipping the journal concept. So originally, many guided prompt journals are meant to be given to somebody to fill out. For example, the Tell Me Your Life Story journals, where you asked your parent, your family member, your loved one to fill it out. But once these journals started to get popular, lots of other publishers came in and started creating these types of journals as well, creating a lot more competition. This is where most people will say, oh, this niche is oversaturated. There's no point trying to sell those kinds of books anymore. You'll never make money. You'll never sell them. But the people who succeed are the people who, instead of saying, there's no point in trying, this niche is oversaturated, they look for ways to be unique, a unique angle, a way to stand out from all those other competitors rather than just giving up. And Questions About Me created a twist. Rather than creating more journals to fill out like these ones, they made a journal where you, the giver, fill out the prompts about someone and then gift it to them. That is what the What I Love About You series is. So instead of you answer the prompts about yourself and others will read it or answer later, they made it you fill this out about someone, your mother, your partner, your friend, etc., and then present it to them as a keepsake gift, fully completed. This shift does several smart things. It reduces friction. The giver doesn't need to drag someone else in to filling in a book. They can do it themselves and then give it as a gift. It increases emotional value. This becomes a highly personal, heartfelt gift. It expands the market. People who maybe wouldn't fill in a self-reflection journal might buy a gift journal. It allows for higher pricing or a higher profit margin. Because it is a premium gift, people are willing to pay more. It encourages multi-occasion use, so it can be given for birthdays, anniversaries, Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, holidays, etc. And so What I Love About You, 30 Things I Love About You and the Reasons Why I Love You, is one example of this concept. And as we saw earlier, this is currently their best-selling book and one of the best-selling books across the whole of Amazon. Now, they also promote a how-to guide. It's a PDF. It helps users craft answers and suggestions. So they even support their buyers to help reduce that buyer frustration, and it increases even more the perceived value of the product. This flipping strategy is genius, and it's something that you can replicate in your guided prompt journal business. If you're looking for something different, don't just design journals to be filled out. Design some to be gifted with the customer doing the writing. Okay, so what can you directly take away and apply? Number one, choose an emotional niche. Questions about memories, relationships, family, and gratitude, they always resonate. Number two, start with one core prompt journal concept. Don't start with 20. Build one, refine it, get feedback, and then expand. Number three, branch out smartly. After your core product, create role-based versions. So for different members of your family or different people who you have relationships with, gift versions, fill-in versions, and printables. Number four, flipped gift concept. Consider designing journals where you or the giver fills out the prompts about somebody else or gift it, or even come up with your own totally unique spin that nobody else has done before. This expands your audience and value. Number five, support materials. Offer how-to guides, examples, suggested responses, even alternative questions or prompts that you can add in. Help users complete your books, and that in turn hopefully will decrease returns. Number six, digital and printable extensions. Allow people to buy digital versions or extras that complement your physical books. Number seven, off Amazon presence. Own your brand and your audience off of Amazon. This is so important for longevity of your business and protecting against any changes that Amazon KDP may make that could negatively affect your business. Build a website, collect email addresses, offer brand authority. Don't just solely rely on Amazon. Number eight, brand and trust. Using branding cues, elevate perceived value. Emphasize quality, origin, and identity. This will help you compete with low-cost competitors that also have a lower quality product. Number nine, seasonal and gift marketing. Tether your launches to holidays, anniversaries, Mother's Day, Valentine's Day. These journals shine as gifts. Number 10, iterate and scale. Use sales data, Amazon ads data, reviews, and feedback to improve your interiors and your covers, your prompts, and then expand on what works. Now, to be fair, there are always blind spots when doing these case studies. We don't know their exact revenue, their margins, or their ad spend. We don't know their team size, or whether they outsource things like their prompt writing, their design, or their customer support. Some of their success may depend on branding, aesthetics, or network effects that are not easily replicable. So treat their model as inspiration, not guaranteed replicable success. Things must be adapted to your niche, your skills, and your momentum, and where you are at, what stage you're at in your business. The main lesson here is that you don't have to start big. This brand didn't start big. This is something that they have built up over the years. Start with one concept and then branch out intentionally. Don't launch 50 ideas at once. Build depth and then build wide. If you ever thought journals were too small to be a real business, think again and go ahead and start that prompt journal book idea that you've been putting off. Apply what you've learned today, and hopefully this video has shown you that it is totally possible to build a successful journal business. If you did enjoy this video, YouTube thinks that you might like these ones too. So please go check them out to learn more about self-publishing your own low and medium content books on Amazon. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.